Back in the Caius days, the term stoner rock didn't exist. It was usually filed under metal, which was kind of offensive to us at the time.
To be honest with you, I've just never really been concerned about or personally use classifications like that. If people ask me what kind of band Ghost Ink was, I was just like, it's like a heavy rock band, you know?
Couldn't call it grunge, and they couldn't call it metal. They couldn't call it punk, so they had to come up with some kind of name for it. And, I mean, to me, it's just regular hard rock.
Well, stoner rock is a drag as a label for people that don't get stoned, because it kind of is a ticket for them to dismiss the music.
Nowadays, when you say stoner rock, you know exactly what that means. You know, it's like fuzzed out guitars, like huge riffs. It's like melodic to a certain extent, most of it. But in a rock and roll way that sort of echoes the classic rock.
I've always said stoner rock is just grunge, and really both of them are just 70s heavy rock continued.
Monster Magnet, Fu Manchu, Caius, and, you know, we're doing something in like 93, 94 thing. It was like coming out of grunge, you know, it was darker, more heavy psychedelic, weird shit in it, you know, Spine of God. But by the time they caught on, you know, bands were changing, like Nebula was changing, Queens of the Stone Age were changing, and they're still trying to call it stoner rock.
There's the whole like sort of musician magazine aspect of a lot of that stuff of like what's the equipment you're using and how's it being recorded, and you know, we're not going to go digital, and we're going to have like these warm sounding amplifiers and use tubes and all that kind of stuff.
I wasn't really connected to the desert scene as the desert scene was happening. We did get connected to it after Man's Ruin because we were all on the same record label together.
You know, I think it's probably fair to say that, you know, Man's Ruin Records really is responsible for introducing people to a lot of this music.
I happened to cover all of those bands for the first issue because I was doing it sort of like a coverage on Man's Ruin, that genre of music that, you know, was described as stoner rock, which is kind of an unfortunate moniker that it got. After that, there's just this huge influx of bands, you know, sort of copying that sound.
I don't really know where the term came from. I'll be honest, I haven't researched it, but I assume it's. I'm guessing it's just music that's just kind of jammy and I hate to use the organic, but I will organic. I don't know, what is stoner rock? You tell me.